Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. In this video, my group and I will be presenting our reports on digital literacy among youth, which aligns the SDG quality and education. Digital literacy refers to the ability of young people to use, create and access digital content responsibly and effectively in the virtual world. It has become a core competence-based technology-driven world, essential for education, communication and their future professional lives.
I'll be presenting insights into the trends of daily internet use among youth and above youth population in Malaysia. So the data I'm presenting comes from the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission. These presentations highlight changes in internet usage patterns over 40 years, which is 2016, 2018, 2020, and 2022. Let's take a closer look at the step-by-step bar chart, which show the percentage of daily internet use among youth and above youth population. In 2016, youth internet use was at 60%, while above youth usage was lower at 40%. And for the year 2018, youth internet use had grown to 63%, while above youth usage decreased to 37%. At this time, the internet was already becoming more accessible and smartphones were gaining popularity among the younger population. For the year 2020, youth internet usage increased significantly to 76%, while above youth usage dropped to 24%. This is because of the COVID-19 pandemic had a massive impact during this year. As you guys know, lockdowns for school and university to shift to online learning, meaning that students needed to be on the internet daily to attend classes and complete the assignment. For the year 2022, daily internet use among youth reached 78%, while above youth usage stabilized at 23%. By 2022, most people were already exposed to their internet and had integrated it into almost every part of their life. Now, let's look at the line chart on the right, visualize the consistent growth in daily internet use among youth from 60.4% in 2016 to 77.5% in 2022. Now, let's look at the bar chart. We compare the overall sum of daily internet use by youth versus the above youth population across all the years. We can see that youth collectively account for 278% of daily internet use, and the above youth group only contributes 100%. This stark difference highlights how youth are at the forefront of internet consumption.
I will share insights on digital skill proficiency among youth. So let's start with the bar chart. It shows the average percentage of youth with basic digital skills by year and gender. Over the years, we see steady improvement, with females gradually closing the gap with males. This can be attributed to increased global initiatives promoting gender parity in education and digital literacy. For instance, programs targeting women's empowerment in technology have begun to show the positive result. The second bar chart highlights the regional difference in digital skills. Regions like Europe lead due to a strong investment in education infrastructure and widespread access to technology. On the other hand, sub-Saharan Africa faces challenges like limited internet access, lower school enrollment rates, and resource constraints. This barrier results in lower proficiency level, emphasizing the need for targeted interventions in these areas. The pie chart illustrates the digital divide between developed and developing regions. Developed areas dominate the global average due to robust technological ecosystem and inclusive policies. Conversely, developing regions contribute less, largely due to economic challenge, lack of infrastructure, and uneven distribution of digital resources. This disparity stress the urgency for global collaboration to bridge this gap. So, in conclusion, while there is clear progress, significant disparity persists due to regional and economic challenge. Bridging this gap is critical for achieving inclusive digital growth globally.
The average percentage of young people enrolled in online courses from 2019 to 2023 is displayed in the bar chart. About 22% of people participate in 2019. The percentage increased significantly to almost 34% in 2020. The participation rate was comparatively constant between 2020 and 2022, varying very slightly between 30% and 31%. However, dramatically reduced in 2023, falling to about 23%. According to this statistic, teenage enrollment in online courses appear to have leveled off and even decreased in the most recent year, following a notable spike in 2020. Pie chart illustrates the average percentage of youth participation in online courses across 4 ASEAN countries. Singapore leads with the highest participation rate at 40%, followed by Indonesia at 25%. Malaysia shows a participation rate of 20%, while the Philippines has the lowest rate at 50%. This data suggests a growing interest in online learning among youth in the ASEAN region. The chart displays the average percentage of online course participation among youth by gender from 2019 to 2023. The blue portion represents of male, while the grey portion represents of female. The chart shows that the percentage of male has been consistently higher than female in each year, with the gap between the two narrowing slightly in 2023. Overall, both male and female participation in online courses has increased over the 5-year period.
Today I will be discussing digital literacy gaps based on data from a case study on the digital divide in Australian higher education. We'll be looking at the first graph, which is age and socioeconomic status. There's three groups, which is the 21st to 25 years old. The second group is 19 to 20 years old, and the third group is 18 and below. For the first group, high socioeconomic 37.3% leads, suggesting better access to higher education. And for the second group, low socioeconomics 34.8% is slightly behind high, and medium socioeconomics indicating the need for enhanced educational resources. And the last group, low socioeconomic 16.8% dominate, showing reliance on subsidized education. It is essential for us to look at how long they spend in campus and online time, which at campus, medium socioeconomics spends the most time, 17.2 hours on, followed closely by high and low socioeconomics. And online time, low socioeconomics spends the most, 15 hours, indicating dependence on virtual education. Low socioeconomic 65% slightly surpasses other groups in assessing Centrelink support, with females showing greater reliance. In conclusion, despite similar basic access to digital technology access across socioeconomic groups, there is notable disparity in the use of advanced content creating technologies. This disparity reveals a digital literacy gap, particularly affecting students from lower socioeconomic backgrounds, potentially limiting their academic and career opportunities. Bridging the gap requires focused educational strategies to equip all students with essential digital competencies.
Hi, I'm going to talk about critical digital literacy among youth. This slide shows how young people worldwide perform in digital literacy based on the data from the International Computer and Information Literacy Study 2023, and I also comparing this to the US result from 2018 study. On the bar chart, each country youth are split into skill level from the lowest blue in color to the highest, which is in purple color. Notice how most countries have large blue and orange bar represent below level 1 and level 1 category, meaning basic or weak skills are common. Very few countries have significant purple bar, meaning advanced skills, level 4, are rare. Let's take a look at the pie chart. The global pie chart shows nearly 24% of youth score very low, which is below level 1. About 35% have moderate skills, represent level 2, and only 14% are advanced, and fewer than 1% are at the top. Comparing this to the US in 2018 result, the US had similar low level result with 34% in both below level 1 and level 1. However, more US youth reach level 3 and 4 than the global average from 2023. As a conclusion, to conclude this, globally and in the US, most youth lack advanced digital literacy skills, which could be a challenge to us in our tech-driven world. That's all.
Today, I will present my part on impact of digital literacy on employment. So, based on the first graph, we can see that a lot of the jobs require ICT, and they are very fast growing. For example, the cybersecurity is increasing at a rate of above 30%. That is the anticipated percentage that will increase over the coming decade. So it's a lot. So digital literacy really gives an impact. So the second graph, we will look at the jobs that require digital literacy. By no surprise that only 8% does not require digital skills. This is because of course, the technological advancement that the world has adapted to make jobs easier, to make jobs faster and more effective. So last but not least, we will talk about the last graph, which is the graph of workers in jobs that require substantive computer skills. So in the red is among workers with no digital skills, and in the blue is workers with limited digital skills. So it's very balanced for both types of workers. So among workers with limited digital skills, which means that they at least have knowledge of digital skills at a certain point. So they need moderate or complex computer skills to do their jobs, which means that they are given jobs that are the same level as their skills. Whereas the workers with no digital skills, they are most likely to do more straightforward jobs or computer skills to do their jobs. So that's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, digital literacy is one of the important needs of young people in today's world, but many challenges are still ahead. Although the majority of youth have acquired basic skills, only a small number reach advanced level. There are huge differences in the digital skill between region and gender, especially in less developed areas. While the pandemic accelerated online learning, it also showed that not everyone has equal opportunity in digital education. Helping young people improve their digital skills will go a long way in preparing them for jobs and them enable to contribute positively to society. This requires government, school, and business to work in tandem to bridge this gap and make opportunity available on equal terms for all.